Hello, vampires and charlatans! Hello! Bonsoir! Good night! It's nighttime now. Not morning anymore. Good night! Bonsoir! Hello! Ni hao! Annyeong! Konbanwa! Wii Suzu! Okay, that's good enough. Okay. Hello, everybody! How is everybody doing today? I hope you're all doing well. So we have an early stream today because we have another stream in like 5 hours from now. Exactly 5 hours from now. We have a Phasmophobia. I think that is the name of the game. Phasmophobia collab in 5 hours. So yeah, just a short stream, early stream today. And today, I wanted to talk to you all about something very serious. I'm here to confess my crimes. Well, they may not be crimes. You get to decide. Chat gets to decide whether or not I was in the wrong here. Okay? But there are just a few things that I must get off of my chest. Forgive me, Oni-chan, for I have sinned. Just a few things. Yes, as from there, yes. I did lie about washing the bowl. I think that bowl that I sneezed on is still in the cabinet, actually. I did lie about washing the bowl. But other than that, let me tell you the story. I have a couple of stories, a couple of confessions to get off my chest. Head patting is an option. Yeah, you can head pat. Head pat is always welcome. But yes, I've come to you, Oni-chan, in order to confess my sins, and hopefully that you will forgive me. So, first up, I don't think this is my fault. Not at all, but you will decide. I will put up a poll. I want you to think carefully about this. Okay. So, when I moved out of my mother's apartment and moved out on my own, I took a plane, right? Because I live pretty far from where I grew up. This is hard to confess, because I don't know how people react, but okay. Because it's pretty far, so I took a plane, right? And they had 2 suitcases. One that was super big that had like a lot of my stuff in it, and one that was like a carry-on, right? So, it was super early in the morning, like 6 o'clock in the morning or something. And I was going through the security line, right? Now, the suitcase that I was taking with me, it's a 2 suitcase, packed 2 suitcases. One smaller one, one bigger one. I checked in the bigger one. I had the smaller one with me as like something to put overhead, right? Now, the smaller suitcase. It's a very nice suitcase, but the straps, one of the straps, it like hangs down and drags on the floor, right? So, and I can't, like I tried to put it up, but it just drags on the floor. Okay? That's just the way it is. It drags on the floor. So, I was going through the security line, the TSA line. I was going through the security line when this older woman, right? She was like standing like really abnormally close to me, right? Like, I was thinking, why is this strange lady just standing so close to me? I didn't say anything, but it was really uncomfortable. She was like standing like super close to me. Behind me, the lady just right behind me. It's an older woman. And I'm like, geez, give me some room, miss. I didn't say that to her, but I thought it. I was like, why is she standing so close to me? And like, no, you cannot give your verdict now. You cannot give your verdict now. Wait until the story is over and I'll open up a poll. And so we were on the line, you know, to go through like the metal detectors and the scanners and whatnot at the airport. I have my suitcase with me. Again, it's like, see, there's a strap that's dragging on the floor, and the lady behind me was standing super close, like right up on me. I'm like, oh, what is this lady standing so close to me for? And she kept standing close to me, right? We're moving in the line. The line is slowly moving up. With each step, she's still super close to me, not giving me enough room. Not giving me enough room. And then, before I know it, before we get up to the security line, she trips and falls because she was standing so close to me. Because she did not give me any room. She trips and falls because I think she tripped on the strap that was like dragging on my suitcase. And if she actually gave me some reasonable room, she would not have tripped and fall. That's my opinion. If the lady had not been weird and had not been right up on me, she would not have tripped. But she tripped and fell. And like some guy was like, oh, it's because your strap is hanging, the strap of the suitcase was hanging up. And I'm like, okay, but that's not my fault. She would not have tripped and fell if she had not been standing super close to me. So I'm gonna put up a poll. Am I in the wrong here? Again, to recap, this was on the morning that I moved. I have a suitcase with me, and with this suitcase, there's a strap that hangs on the suitcase and kind of drags on the floor. Some lady behind me, the lady standing behind me in the line, was walking super close to me, and then like for like a good 5 minutes I was like, this lady's too close. This lady's too close. Not that I thought she was tripped, but it's just she's really kind of close. It's kind of uncomfortable. She's really kind of close. Like, personal space, ma'am. Do you know it? It's personal space. Why is she standing so close to me? And eventually she stood so close that she tripped on the strap that hangs down on my suitcase. That drags on the floor. I cannot put it up. I've tried. Why didn't you pick up the strap? Okay, because I've tried to put the strap so it wouldn't drag on the floor behind the suitcase. But I cannot. I've already tried. I cannot. Did I at least check if they're okay? Other people are doing that. Can I cut it off? Well, no, I can't cut it off because... Yeah, because it's like part of the strap to like, in case you want to sling it over your shoulder. It's like that. other people were checking on her because she's an older lady. I did look behind. Okay, maybe I might have said, "Are you okay?" But I don't think it's my fault. But other people tended to her, so why would I be tending her to be like I was guilty, okay? Now you may not get another... What do you mean a hit and run? It's not like I bashed her over the head with my suitcase and ran away. No, I didn't apologize. No, it's not my fault. For people unaware, this is essentially Am I the Butthole, the stream. Charlotte Suzu edition. Am I the Butthole, the stream. Which is something I've actually considered. Like doing a streamer review that Am I an A-hole subreddit. And decide and chat amongst ourselves. But this is what I would put, okay? So I would put. This is my Am I the A-hole. Okay, but I tried to roll up the strap. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Okay, I tried to roll up the strap. Okay? I tried to roll up the strap. Okay? Why was she standing so close to me? Okay, I can buy this part both of us. As long as I don't shoulder 100% of the blame. Why is this lady standing so close to me? I can't move away from her. We're in the line. Okay, there's somebody in front of me. There is somebody in front of me. It's not like I could move up more. I believe in personal space. I wanted to give the person in front of me personal space. The lady who was standing behind me didn't want to give me personal space. This lady was kind of short too, though. Okay, she tripped over their strap because my suitcase is like a rolling suitcase, okay? And there's a long strap that I've not been able to like shorten or put up somewhere. And okay, maybe I should not have been shy. And I should have said, "Hey miss, you may want to move back. There's a strap. I don't want you to trip." Maybe I could have done that, okay? But I have social anxiety. It's hard for me to talk to strangers. Okay, I can buy this. Partially both of our votes. Okay. Okay, yeah. I should have told her about this trap. I should have told her, "Hey, miss, watch out." Okay, yeah. I could have told her that. Okay, we have 61% to no. I am not in the wrong. It's like 25% my fault. Okay, 25% my fault. Yeah. I guess it would be my fault for not warning. What do you mean you want to redo? Okay, I'll redo the poll. Jeez. Am I the butthole? Yes. No, the lady is at fault. Everybody has blame. There. Let's put up another poll. Okay, for people who just arrived, let me briefly discuss what we're talking about. Okay, so, in the morning I moved away from home, moved out on my own for the first time. Okay? I live pretty far from my mother, so I had to take a plane in order to get to my new apartment. So, I took 2 suitcases. The big one that had to be checked in, and the smaller one, which I could put overhead. The smaller suitcase has this long strap. Okay, the strap is way too long. So, when I roll it, it's a suitcase with wheels. When I roll it, part of the strap slides down, or like hangs down and like drags on the floor. Okay? Part of the strap drags on the floor. Now, as we were in the long line to go through security. No, I did not say anything to her. This lady, an older woman, I'm gonna say like 60 plus years old, human age, 60 plus years old, human. She was walking super close to me, like super uncomfortably close to me, like for at least 5 minutes. Like we're slowly moving up the line, right? Slowly progressing through the line, but she keeps like kind of like just really close to me, really close behind me, not really giving me personal space. Enough to where the point where I thought like, yeah, this is kind of weird. What's this lady's problem? Does she not believe in personal space? Okay, and eventually she was walking to me so close, that she actually tripped on the strap of the suitcase. Because again, the strap is too long, and I can't find a way to put it up. I've tried shortening it, it's too long. Okay? So she tripped on the strap that was dragging behind my suitcase, my rolling suitcase. And she tripped and fell. Okay, I should have asked her for some more space, but I need to tell like a 60 plus year old, hey, maybe you shouldn't stand so close to a stranger. Like, I had to tell people to give me personal space? Just kind of weird. This lady, yeah, the lady looked like she was 60 years old or older. I mean, something's not adding up. I told you, this is objectively what it was. Okay, that was a good idea. To move the suitcase in front of me. Maybe I could have pushed the suitcase. That was the whole story. And this was before COVID, so I moved before COVID. So, like, I had to tell people to give me some room? Why was she standing so close to me? It was uncomfortably close. Yes, she could have really been hurt. I understand that. How am I to blame just because she's 60 plus? Okay, just because she's 60 plus doesn't mean she gets to get away with bad behavior, with bad social behavior. Welcome, new member. Thank you for the membership. Okay. She's 60 plus, then she should know not to stand so close to a complete stranger. But other people helped her up. It's not like she had to get herself up by herself. Other people around were like, oh dear, are you okay? Oh yeah, there's a lot of old people who do not care. Maybe she couldn't tell depth. Okay. I didn't apologize because one was kind of embarrassed. Two was kind of guilty. I felt kind of guilty. And two was not my fault. Three was not my fault. Okay, I can concede that we both have some blame. Okay, everybody is to blame, okay. But speaking of old people do not care. Case 2. I present to you case 2. I want you to tell me if the other person was being a jerk or I was being a jerk. Okay? And I will put up a poll. Case 2. Okay. So, this was back when I still lived with my mother, right? There's like a store, like a dollar store, where my mother lives. Like 2 blocks away. 2 or 3 blocks. It's a short walk. It's like barely a 10-minute walk away, right? Wait, that's just that way I saw that. I don't think the gender of the old person matters. You're still both in the wrong. Anyways. Okay, this happened before I moved. Listen to this story carefully and then make your judgment. Now, there is a dollar store like about 3 blocks away from where my mother lives. This was back when I still lived with my mother. She was sick one day. And she was like, Charlotte, go to the store. Can you bring me this certain kind of medicine? Hello, Rena. She was like, can you bring me this medicine, this particular medicine? And I'm like, okay, I will. So, grab my jacket. I get on the elevator. I take the elevator down. I'm on the ground floor. I rush out of the elevator. Suddenly, I hear this man, and I've seen him like a couple of times before. What are we doing? We're telling stories. This is the story stream that some people have been asking for. Except, I'm gonna be asking people whether or not I was in the wrong here or not in these situations. So, again, my mother's sick. She's like, please go to the store. Go to the store. Get this particular kind of medicine. I take the elevator down. I get out of the elevator, getting ready to walk through the apartment building's front door, when suddenly I hear this man calling after me. Young lady! Excuse me, young lady! And I stop and they go, And he's like, I held the door open for you, the elevator door open for you. Can I get a thank you? And this... Now I'm triggered, okay? Now I'm triggered. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. I'm triggered by this. Okay? He wasn't old. He was like 40. Okay? I'll tell you why. This really grinds my gears. And so I'm like, oh, okay. Thank you. And I run out because my mother's sick. She wanted the medicine. I'm trying to go to the store to get my mother the medicine. I've seen this man a few times before. He lives in my mother's building, where I used to live. Now, this guy, this is why I'm so pissed off at this, okay? Exactly. I went out of the elevator as soon as the elevator door opened. But because he just happened to be there, and I guess he held his finger on the button, that he considers that as him holding the door open for me. And now he needs a thank you for this. Okay? It's an elevator. It wasn't like a manual door, it's an elevator. Okay? So I said thank you in order to keep the peace, but I wanted to tell this man, please don't ever hold the door open for me ever again. Never do any, if you see me, just ignore me. Don't do anything nice for me ever again. That is what I wanted to tell him. Okay? Now I put up the poll. Am I the butthole for not saying thank you to this man? Well, I did, but out of pressure, you know? I was pressured into saying thank you. Is Charlotte the butthole for this? For not immediately thanking this, for not thanking this man for holding the elevator button when I was leaving. Wait, Charlotte and I while I am leaving. Am I the butthole? Yes, you should have thanked him. I mean, I did, but it was under pressure. No, he is butthole. Or, third option. No, you're both at fault. Okay. That is the poll. Please make your judgment. Exactly! It's courtesy to say thank you, but he demanded a thanks. That's what triggers me about it. Ah! I hate this man. Okay? Because there are plenty of times, where a lot of old people, okay? There are a number of old people who live in my mother's building. It's regular apartment buildings, a nursing home or whatever. But there are a few old people that live in my mother's apartment building, and every time I see them, I hold the door open. I hold the front door open for them. I, open the door for them. They never say a word to me, but I'm not offended. I don't care. They don't have to thank me. I don't care. It's nice to get a thank you, to get some acknowledgement, but I don't care. Whatever. Whatever. So, these are like 70-year-old people I'm holding the door open for. And they don't say a word to me. So they are the ones who have bad manners. But I don't care. It's not that big of a deal. It literally does not matter. I'm not offended by this. I don't dwell on it. It's like, well, this 75-year-old person just disrespected me by not saying thank you if I hold the door open for... I don't care. It just really does not matter. But it's just annoying, you know? Like, all the old people are like, wow, the young people, they should have their manners and respect the old people. But when they do have the manners and respect the old people, they don't have the respect for me back. So it's just annoying. And then this man was like, young lady, the door open for you. The elevator door open for you. No, you did not. He did not hold the elevator door open for me. I went out the elevator front door because it opened by itself. That's what it's supposed to do. It's an elevator. Jeez. I don't think I was being rude. I don't think I was being rude by just rushing out and not acknowledging his existence until he called after me. I'm very angry about this. Very angry. I wanted to tell him, never do anything for me ever again. If you see me, don't hold any doors open. Don't hold any doors open for me. I can take care of myself. Okay. Anyway, now I've gotten my rant out. Marco Yamashita, thank you for the super chat. Let me see how the poll is going. Okay. For people who voted, we're both at fault. Please explain yourselves. Explain yourselves. If you voted, then we're both at fault. Explain yourself. No, it's coming clean. Well, I don't live there anymore. This is back where my mother lives. So it's not like I... Well, I guess I can see that man again whenever I go to visit my mother, but... That reminds me! Related story. Related story. Okay, I have notes about what stories I'm gonna tell, but this now jogged another memory. This now jogged another memory. Similar situation. Okay? This was after I moved, okay? Similar situation. This was after I moved, but I was visiting my mother for Christmas. Not the same man, a different guy. It's a young guy. Okay, again, listen to this story and I want you to decide who is right or wrong in this situation. Okay? This one, I was actually kind of fearful for my, bodily safety. Okay? Now, when I go and visit my mother, I also go to my place of work, to my work's office, because their office is very close to where my mother lives. Okay? So, I was coming back home from the office. I usually work from home. But when I visit my mother, I also go into the office. I was coming back home from the office. Okay? I believe it was raining. Or the weather was bad or something. Okay? And... or maybe it was just cold. I don't know. This was close to the holiday season. Okay? But... I think the weather was bad. I was coming home. And my mother gave me the key to the front door of the apartment building. There's a front desk and everything, but I don't think anybody was there. So I walked through the apartment building's front door. I'm getting ready to go up to my mother's apartment. And suddenly, I'm almost at the elevator when suddenly I hear someone bang, 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 bang on the front door of the apartment building, right? And there's this young guy. But I'm I don't know this guy. It's kind of bad to open the door for strangers like that. So I don't go back to open the front door to... it's not our front door, but it's the front door to the apartment building. The apartment building is kind of tall. So, I don't go back to open the front door of the building. And this guy just angrily bangs at the front door. Somehow, something in my gut says, this guy gives me very bad vibes. Yeah, it's a secured building. You either have to have a key to the front door, or you have to have there's a buzzer system where if you ring a thing, then yeah, he did not have a key. You either have to have a key or you have to have a resident buzz you in. Apparently, nobody's there to do that for this guy. Okay, so he's just banging on the front door, right? And in the pit of my stomach, I get... No, there's no fence. There's no fence. You can just... It's not that secure. It's not that secure. There's just a buzzer system and a key. And there's usually a security person at the front desk. But I don't think there was a security person at the front desk at this particular moment. So yeah. I don't go... He bangs on the door, but I don't go and open the door for him. In the pit of my stomach, I feel like this guy is not the best guy. This guy gives me bad vibes. The elevator is taking kind of long. I call my mother up. I say, get down here right away. I have a bad feeling. This is why I called my mother up. Get down here right away. I kind of had a bad feeling. My mother does not answer the phone. My mother is in the shower, getting ready to go to work. I'm but I really need somebody to come escort me. Yeah, I was calling for backup. So it's I can either wait for this elevator, or maybe I'll just walk up a million flights of stairs. Cause we lived kinda high up, right? So I'm gonna walk up a million flights of stairs. And I'm jeez, okay. Let me go and hide in the laundry room. Because the laundry room is also on the ground floor. I don't want to take the stairs. I'm gonna die on the way up. That's too many flights of stairs. It's really high up. It's literally a million flights of stairs. But I go and hide in the laundry room for a bit. I wait 5 minutes. I come out. And I come out, go back to where the elevators were. The elevators are stalled for whatever reason. It's busy and a lot of people are waiting. Somebody comes into the apartment building. And because somebody is entering the apartment building, they also let the guy in. The guy comes to the elevators. He sees me and confronts me about it. He says, "You don't know how to open the door for people?" And I'm like, "Sir, I don't know you." And he's like, "You don't know me?" I'm like, "I've never seen this guy in my life. This guy does not look recognizable to me. I know I don't live here anymore. You still live here with my mother, but I moved and I'm just here to visit for the holidays." And he's like, "I've never seen this guy in my life." was like so angry, and then like, guy, I probably have more followers on Twitter than you. He acted like he was like super famous or something. Like I'm supposed to know who he is. He was like all shocked that I didn't know who he was, and like, my guy, I probably have more followers than you. Okay, so he was like so offended, and I found, and then I think I just took the stairs. Okay, there's like no way I'm not gonna be in an elevator alone with this guy. I just took the stairs. I died in the stairwell, walking up all those flights of stairs. And then I go to my mother, I'm like, I called you! I needed backup! And she was like, well, I'm sorry, I was in the shower. Okay. So now, I'll run the poll. Am I the butthole for not opening the door for this guy? Yes. Yes. You could have been nice. No. It's his fault. Or 3. Everybody has blame. Do that and I will hydrate. Josh Reviews Incorporated, thank you for the super chat. Okay, to review. Long story short, I was coming home, I was visiting my mother. I used to live in the same building, but I moved like 2 years prior. I was visiting my mother for the holidays. I was coming home. Walked through the door. I believe the weather was bad. Believe it was like raining or something. It's a secured building. You have to have a key or have a resident buzz you in. Okay? Secured building. My mother had given me a key to get into the building. As I was heading towards the elevators, some young guy, he was like 20 years old or something. Like early 20s or something. Is how old he was, how old he looked. Okay? He's banging on the front door, but I don't know this guy, so I don't go back to open the door. The elevator is taking like a million years. Okay? And then I get a bad feeling in my gut saying, this guy is bad news. I should call my mother for backup. I should call for help. To come meet me downstairs so I'm not alone. My mother does not answer because she's in the shower when I called. Who is this guy? I don't know. Random guy. I don't know. Can you get wet waiting outside? No, not really. Because there's a door which is like always open, and there's like a small section. There's like 2 front doors. You go through the first door, which is always open. The second door is the one that's secure, that you need a key for. So he's not entirely in the rain. He could wait until the little section before the actual secured door. No, he wasn't in the rain. Yeah, it's a secured building. You have to have a key or have a resident buzz you in. But yeah, yeah, I suddenly get this bad feeling in my gut. Like, I need some help. I need an escort. I need some backup. I call my mother. She doesn't answer because she's in the shower. I go and hide in the laundry room for a little while. But I was wondering if that looks suspicious because I have no laundry. Okay? So I was wondering if that looks suspicious. So I'm like, I wait there for like 3 to 5 minutes. I come back out. Jeez. I come back out. And the elevator's still not here. Elevator's super slow today. The guy gets let in by somebody else who's also coming in at the same time. The guy sees me and like laser focuses on me. Like, ah, there she is. You didn't open the door for me. You not open the door for people. And I retort back, well, I don't know you. Well, I don't know you. And he's like all shocked and offended. Like, I am the famous actor. How could you not recognize this face? So he's like all offended, right? And he's like, you don't know me? You don't recognize me? And I'm like, no, I don't know you, sir. And this is like in front of like three or four other people, right? This is in front of like 3 or 4 other people. But yeah, he's like all offended that I don't recognize him. I don't know. I don't recall ever seeing this man in my life. Okay. Why is everybody to blame? Are people like voting for this because? I don't know, just because? Why is everybody else blame? No, nobody else stepped in. There are like 2 ladies, other people waiting, 2 other ladies waiting for the elevator, and 1 lady was near the laundry. Okay, and this is the last of the elevator stories. I have 2 more stories. At least I wrote down, because this one was unplanned. I forgotten all about this until I was talking about the actual elevator story from earlier. So I had 4 stories prepared. So this one right here was an extra. Okay, so far. The first story about the suitcase, the lady tripping over the suitcase, is like, everybody has blame. The second story with the man, the elevator opened by itself. Because that's what elevators do. While I was taking it down, I got out. But because this man happened to be there and held the door, held the button, he considered that as holding the elevator door open for me, and then stopped me. Say, young lady, to demand that I thank him for holding the elevator door open for him. Even though the elevator door opened by itself, because that's what it's supposed to do, it's an elevator! Okay. And people voted yes, he was at fault. This third story, where this guy confronted me and yelled at me. Yelled at me for not opening the front door to the apartment building. The secured apartment building, by the way. After you have a key. I'm like, I don't even live here anymore and I have a key. My mother gave me a key. How come nobody gave you a key if you live here? Okay, so we have 1, everybody's at fault, and 2, the other person is at fault. Okay. Yes, this one here might be questionable. Also about door opening. Okay? Also about door opening. Okay? This is at my current apartment, so not back where my mother lives. This happened 2 years ago. 2 years ago. So, I was walking back home from Starbucks. Went to go get some tea. As I was approaching my apartment building, there is like a flight of stairs and then there's a building. Okay? You also need, in my building, there's no like front desk or anything, so it's not as secure as my mother's building. But you also need either a key or you have to like ring like the apartment number and then the tenant will like open the door for you, like buzz you in. So it works like that. As I was coming back home from Starbucks, walked up the stairs to the front door of my apartment building. Some lady, okay? She's rather young. I'd say like maybe 25 at the youngest, like 35 at the oldest. Okay? So let's put it in the middle. Let's say she's 30 years old. Okay? This lady, she walks out of the building, walks out of the apartment building at the same time that I go into the apartment building. Okay? Apparently this lady is just going to get something out of her car, which is parked right in front of the apartment building. But I did not know that. I just see it as, hey, this lady came out of the building at the same time I'm going into the building. So she leaves, I go in. I'm walking straight on my way. I hear the front door of the apartment building close behind me. Then I hear it immediately open again. The front door of the apartment building. Then I hear the lady yell, "So rude! You couldn't hold the door open for me? So rude!" And then I hear her say, "This girl just let the door slam in my face," because I guess she was on the phone. Okay? Do you understand? Let me explain it again. I was coming back. I was going back to the apartment. As I was approaching the front door, of my apartment building, this lady came out. She's like 30 years old. This lady came out at the same time as I was going to the apartment building, okay? So she's leaving, I'm going in. I walk on, I'm going straight. I hear the front door close behind me. Immediately after I hear the front door close behind me, I hear it open again. And then the lady is like, "So rude! You couldn't hold the door open for me?" And I guess she was talking on the phone. This is the only way it makes sense to me. Guess she was talking on the phone. This girl just let the door close in my face. So rude. So, I can only assume that this lady left the apartment building only to get something from her car or something, which is parked in the front, and she was going right back in. But I didn't know she was coming up behind me. I didn't know she was leaving just to come back in. I thought she was just leaving. But because I did not look behind me to see if there was anybody behind me, the door closed in her face, and she thought it was rude. So, I opened the poll. Yes, you should. Shut up. Behind. No. Let's being rude. Everybody has blame. Okay. Hold us up. So yes, I was coming up to my apartment building. As I was approaching the front door of my apartment building, this lady was coming out. Okay? I saw her with keys in her hand. So, it looks like car keys. So I assumed she was going to her car, which is parked, in the front. Okay? So as she was leaving the apartment building, I was approaching the front door. I go through the front door. I head towards my apartment, straight ahead. I hear the front door close behind me. But then I hear the front door immediately open again, right after it closed. It opens, and then I hear the lady behind me shout, "So rude! She just let the door slam in my face." I think she was talking on the phone. So rude! She couldn't hold the door open to me, and there's a pause, and she just let the door slam in my face. So I think she was talking on the phone. Yeah, if she said something to me, I did not hear her. But I definitely heard her yelling and talking about me. Marco Yamashita, thank you for a 3 months membership. But yeah, apparently my take is that I was yeah, how was I supposed to know you were just gonna leave just to come right back 5 seconds later? How was I supposed to know? But it might have been my fault for not being aware that this lady was behind me? I don't know. But to me, I thought she was super entitled. Okay, there are some times where people don't hold the door open for me. I don't assume the worst. I don't yell at them. I just think, they didn't see me. Because I feel like I have, very little presence. The people don't actually notice me. Strange men notice me, unfortunately. But if they don't have yabai ulterior motives, I feel like people do not notice me. I have no presence. I'm very quiet, and people have been startled because I'm walking behind them, and they didn't they didn't hear me because I make no sound. But see, even when people let doors close in my face or whatever, I don't get too mad. I just figured, they didn't see me. But apparently some people are what? How dare this random girl not hold the door open for me? I know she saw me leaving. She's supposed to know I'm coming right back. So yeah, this lady complained. She was talking on the phone and complained to whoever she was talking to, this girl just let the door slam in my face. So I don't think I'm at fault, but maybe I should have looked behind me. Looked behind me to see if there's anybody behind me. I remember I complained about it to some friends. Like, wow, this lady was so entitled. Maybe she was 2 feet behind me. Maybe she rushed. Like, I didn't know she had keys in her hand. So, I guess there were car keys, and she was just going to her car to get something. And coming right back. But I didn't know she was right behind me. But yeah, part of me feels like, maybe I should have checked behind me. Maybe I should have checked behind me. Okay. So we have our third. No, the other person was being rude. Okay. Okay. This one. This is the last story that I have that I can remember right now. No, this one is not about a door. This is about elementary school. Posture check here. Okay. No doors, no doors. One more story. There you have. This one I'm conflicted on. Cause I did not intend to be rude. No, elementary school. Okay, now listen. This was like in first grade. This was like in first grade. Now, my class was walking from our classroom to the library, and the library was in the basement of the school. Okay? It's not a few weeks ago! Anyways. Okay, oh yeah, I remember. We were going to the library, right? When suddenly, one of the littler kids... Yeah, the library was in the basement. It was in the basement because they were renovating the actual library. Like the full library. So it was temporarily moved to the basement. I remember that. Anyway, this was temporarily when the library was in the basement. Anyways, we were going to the basement to go to the library. And back in those days, we had to line up, right? We had to line up, I think, like, boys on one line, girls on the other line. And, or boy, girl order. And there are usually more girls, so all the girls would like pile up in the back. Okay, anyways. We were heading to the library, like 20-something kids. Suddenly, one of the little boys, like, behind me. T.Y.N.U, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Okay. One of the little boys. Okay, and this is like a really little kid, right? He was kind of bullied sometimes because he was like not good at gym and not good at like running and jumping because he was so tiny and he was kind of slow. And yeah. So one of the little kids were kind of picked on every now and then. So we were going to the library when suddenly one of the little kids, remember his name is Anthony. He was like, "Hey Charlotte, can I borrow your pencil?" And I was like, no. And some of the kids around me was like, oh dang, and laughed. However, that came out wrong. That's what happened objectively, but it came out wrong. Now, what I was doing actually was thinking and then giving my response, because it is in my instinct in that time to say yes, you may borrow a pencil. However, when I did I was thinking, because at that moment I remembered my mother does not want me to lend out pencils and other stuff to other kids. Her reasoning was like, they should have had their own. Okay, my mother was very particular about it. She did not want me to lend out pencils and other stuff to other kids. Okay, so when this kid asked me, can I borrow a pencil? My response was, because I was thinking. And I said no, because I remembered my mother does not want me to lend out stuff to other kids. But to everybody else who are not mind readers, it seemed like I was doing. Can you hear that? That was my neighbor. Wait. I'm gonna mute for a bit. I don't know if that was heard on stream. Let me mute for a bit. My neighbor is like a loud lever and coming in. Yeah, my neighbor is like... Wait, they're talking. They're talking on the phone. And I don't want to like dox myself in case they're like talking about the address or something. Okay, I hear that the neighbor has turned on her AC. No, Anthony is a boy. This is a woman. My neighbor is a woman. Okay, I think it's safe now. Alright, anyways. Yeah, my neighbor was talking on the phone pretty loudly. Like, it was pretty loud. I could hear it from here. It's pretty loud, so that's why I was like, oh no, I wonder if that can be heard on stream. Anyways, let me back up for a bit. Yeah, so, when this kid... Yeah, it's a studio apartment. But she was outside. She was outside. Like, heading into her apartment. So anyways... Yeah. So, again, you're going to the library when this kid, Anthony, asked me, Charlotte, can I borrow a pencil? It came out as, no. But in my brain, I was thinking, and then I remembered that my mother does not want me to lend out stuff to other kids. Okay? But because the other kids, this boy Anthony and the other kids are not mind readers, there's no way they could have known that. So, to everybody else, it just seems like I was like being like super rude, like, no. Like, you know, kind of like really, really rude. Yeah, it's like poor choice of words. Yes, it absolutely sounds rude, but that's what I was thinking. It's because they didn't know my thought process, okay? So, I'll put up the poll. Yes, I was rude on accident. So again, this little kid, he's like usually one of like the kids who are like bullied. Okay, so maybe he asked me because I don't bully anybody. I just keep to myself. You know, I don't talk to anybody. I was one of his bullies. So yeah, this was like first grade. He asked me, can I borrow a pencil? And I said, no. Like that. But it was me thinking. So I was like, can I lend this person my pencil? Wait a second. No, my mother said don't lend pencils and other stuff to the other kids. I'm sorry, no. But it just came out of my mouth as, no. No, I was not one of his bullies. No. No way. I didn't bully anybody. I'm too weak and skinny, okay? What bully? What bully? I don't overpower anybody. But yeah, it came out as no. But that was just me thinking. But Anthony and the other kids, obviously the boy felt bad, okay? And the other kids were like, oh, you know, laughing, you know? So it came out wrong. It came out really, really rude. But the answer that I should have given was, I'm sorry, my mother doesn't want me to lend out stuff to other kids. How can I emotional bully when I don't talk to anybody? I never talk to anybody in school. I have none to spare, okay, but this is first grade. My communication skills weren't up to par back then in first grade. Yes, he probably thought I was a bully after that. But again, it was unintentional. It was unintentional. It just came out like that. It came out wrong. Yeah, it was unintentionally rude. And I knew it, okay? The minute that these other kids, I heard them snicker. Okay? I heard them snicker. The minute I heard them snicker like that, I was like, oh, that came out so wrong. That came out so rude. So I knew immediately I had screwed it up. And it came out wrong. I never went to kindergarten. I started school in the first grade. Why do I remember his name? I don't know, I just do. Yeah, really. I never went to kindergarten or pre-K or whatever. I started school in first grade. Because I'm smart. My mother taught me like the fundamentals of kindergarten at home, by herself. And like, I was already doing math and knew how to read by the time I entered first grade. And like, yeah, I started school, unofficially homeschooled. Unofficially, okay, so, I don't know, my mother was like teaching me how to read and do math at home. And I won't get into it, but situations, I was essentially gonna start school a year later than I'm supposed to, okay? And my mother was like, wait a second, she's gonna be like the only human equivalent of a 6-year-old in kindergarten. She's gonna be like the oldest kid in kindergarten. And we cannot have that. We cannot have that. My mother wants her daughter to be the best. She can't be the oldest kid in kindergarten. And so the teacher's like, but you're supposed to bring your kids to kindergarten. Okay, but I taught her how to read and taught her how to write a little, and she knows some math. Can't she just go straight to first grade? Where all the other human equivalent 6-year-olds are? And they're like, oh, well, okay, I guess if she knows the letters and knows how to do the math, I guess she can start in first grade. So yeah, I never went to kindergarten. I started in first grade. Because I was smart. And it was already taught, I was already doing, first grade material when I was supposed to be in kindergarten. I felt bad about that for a while. Actually. Because everybody was talking about, oh, kindergarten was so much fun. Things were so much easier back then. These are second graders talking about this. But they're like, oh, but I never went to kindergarten. So I actually felt kind of like the neighbors are being kind of loud again. So yeah, I felt like, that fear of missing out? I felt like I missed out on something. By never going to kindergarten. So this is really close. People mostly voted no, but yes is not too far behind. I wonder if they're moving or something. There's some banging around. He thinks somebody is moving. Maybe the apartment downstairs is finally being filled. Because it's been empty for the longest time. Maybe I'll finally have a downstairs neighbor. Sag. It was nice having the apartment empty. No, I'll never have my mother on the stream. But, that was the last story that I had. This one was kind of half and half. A lot of people are like, no, unintentional butthole is still butthole. But other people are like, no, it just came out wrong. That doesn't mean you're a butthole. Maybe I can... Okay, the only reason why my mother would be involved in the stream is because if you submit stuff beforehand, and I'll ask my mother. There was a random shower idea I had. It was Ask Mama Suzu. Instead of Ask Charlotte Suzu, episode whatever, Ask Mama Suzu, episode 1. But you have to No Mama Suzu voice ever, no. But you have to submit your questions beforehand. And then I have to ask her beforehand. And she'd have to respond beforehand. Okay? But no, never on the live stream. Okay, so I've told 5 stories. Based on this, from what you've heard here today, do you think that Charlotte Suzu is a bad girl? She does not hold doors open for people. She has the elderly trip in airports. And she tells bullied little kids, no, when they ask her for something innocent. Yeah, it's getting really noisy. Yeah, I have to end the stream. Jeez. Yeah, this is the perfect time to end anyway. Because they're getting super noisy outside. Chaotic evil? Okay, yeah, I'll do a poll. One more poll. Okay, final poll before I end stream because everybody's screaming outside, and running around and being loud, and banging around. Let me go take a peek outside. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go take a peek outside to see what's going on. I don't see anything. So maybe it's downstairs. Maybe somebody did move into the apartment downstairs. Yeah, it's locked. Thank you. Okay. Thought about moving. I'll only move when I have bought my house. It's too much of a hassle to move now. Even though I do wish I had like an apartment that had actual temperature control and less outside noise and yeah. Okay. So based on this, I am not a bad girl after all, actually. Okay, yeah, it has whack temperature control, okay? It's always too hot or too cold. In the summer, it's way too hot. Way too hot. In the winter, it's way too cold. Way too cold. The temperature control here is whack. What is all this banging outside? Okay. They're like, oh, you have to absolutely... There is no stream, no early stream for you. We're gonna make all the noise in the world. Yeah. I don't really think too much about these. Only when, like, something jogs my memory. Is there anything that really... Okay. You want one more extra story, but this one actually makes me really, really sad. You want one more extra story of weirdness? Or things that I could have done. Things that I could have done. So, this is back in my college days. I was walking home from college, right? This one makes me sad. My mother says it's not my fault. But, I was walking... It's not... To me, it's sad, but it might not actually be sad. Anyway, just listen. I was walking home from college, right? And halfway on my trip home from college, these really little kids walked up to me. It was like a kid who was like no older than 7 years old. A boy no older than 7 years old, and a little girl who was holding his hand, who was like 5 at maximum 5 years old. So it's like a 7-year-old and like a 5-year-old, holding hands, walking down the street by themselves. No adults. No adults. Okay? I was walking home from school, from college, when these little kids approached me, and they're like, do you know where, like a certain, like, kids program that I know they run in, like, some of the elementary schools? And I'm like, I have not been in elementary school in forever. I recognize the name of this program, but I don't really know. I don't want to say the name of the program just in case it's like specific to that region, but yeah, they're like, do you know where this program is? And I'm like, they have that in like certain elementary schools, right? I'm like, I don't know, I've never been part of this program, and I am sorry, I don't know. And this was before I had a smartphone, okay? I only had like a flip phone at that time. That wasn't really like high-end or anything, right? And they're like, do you know where this program is? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know. And they're like, okay. And they walked away. And I'm just walking, and I get home, and I think about these little kids, and I'm like, these are like really, really little kids. Again, the boy was like 7 years old at most, and the girl was like even smaller than that, like 4 or 5 years old, walking by themselves. I mean, it was still daylight, but these kids are too little to be walking by themselves. And so I'm like, maybe I should have walked with them. I don't know where this program is, but... And then I remembered, oh yeah, there's an elementary school across the street from my college campus. Maybe that's where they were going? Because we aren't too far from the college campus. But at least, maybe if I took them there, it's a school, they'll know what to do for these two lost little kids. Because these little kids were lost. But in that situation, I only said, no, I don't know. And I just went about my day, and they went about their day. But when I think about it, when I got home and I think about it, I'm like, no, I should have walked with them. So that's something that every now and then I think about. And I have regret because I feel like I should have walked with these little kids. Because again, it wasn't like they were teenagers. It wasn't like they were 13-year-olds. Again, like the boy was like 7 years old at most. And the little girl was even littler than that, like 4 or 5 years old. feels like I don't think they would have said no. I think they would have appreciated, like, a relatively safe girl, safe-seeming girl, you know, walking with them, rather than two very little kids walking alone by themselves. No, it's not yesterday! This is a number of years ago. It's a iffy kind of area. Not the worst area ever, but I would not let my kids. Not 15 years ago, no. I would not let my kids walk home alone. But then again, they were lost. Or else they wouldn't be approaching me asking me for directions. I mean, yeah, I've seen some little kids, you know, walking around in the neighborhood by themselves, but they're not lost. They're just playing outside. They're just hanging out. Yeah, I wouldn't have been much help, but at least I could, like, be there. Be like, ha, I'm an adult. I'm a college kid walking these elementary school kids. So yeah. At least that is one thing that, like, every now and then I remember and I'm like, I'm a butthole for that. I should have walked with them, but it didn't occur to me. I didn't think about that. Yeah, I think I should have walked them to the school across the street from my college. I don't know if that's their school, but it's a school. It's an elementary school with a bunch of kids. They'll probably know what to do in the case of missing children. Lost children, it's a school. Yeah, so sometimes I feel regret about that. I feel sad about it sometimes. Hopefully they found the spot. Hopefully they found the spot. How did they get lost anyway, though? Okay, when I was in elementary school, I absolutely did know the way from the school to home. Okay, because, the house, we lived with my grandmother at the time. Me and my mother. So 3 generations in one home. So yeah, I could walk home to school. I could walk home and to school by myself. It wasn't that far, and I knew the way. But apparently these kids got lost. I don't know. Hopefully they found their helper. Everybody was unharmed. My mother is like, nah, that's not your fault. Besides, this was before smartphones. This is not like I could even, like, Google, like, the name of the program to see if there are any locations. Yeah, the parents should have walked with them, but sometimes the parents can't always walk with them. Like when I was in elementary school, my mother couldn't always pick me up from school, so I just walked home. Yeah, this is the flip phone age. Or, I was also kind of late to get a flip phone, because I was a broke college student. A smartphone. No, some people absolutely had smartphones, but I didn't have the money for that kind of thing, so I've stuck with the flip phone a little longer. It's not before smartphones, but I had a flip phone because I was a broke college student. Of course, Google is in the 90s. I didn't have internet service on my flip phone. I didn't even have texting on my flip phone, okay? This was something I actually complained about to my mother. I'm like, can I get a phone with texting? I can't even text what couple of friends I actually have. Okay? I couldn't even text on the phone, okay? Because that was an additional charge to have texting service on your phone. I didn't even have that, okay? So yes, other people might have smartphones, but I didn't have any money for that. So I used the flip phone for a good while. Like, even after I had, like, a proper job, I still had a flip phone for a while. Because I was paying off student loans. Of course there are smartphones and Google. I didn't have those things, though, on my flip phone. That's all I could afford. I did not even have texting on my flip phone. I couldn't even text. Yeah. We were poor, okay? I was poor. I was poor. Jeez. Jeez. You're like, well, you must have gone to college in the 70s. No! I was just poor! It's called being poor. Okay. Anyways, you see, I wish I had a smartphone back then for those kids to try to Google something. Kumatanium, thank you for the super chat! Zero Joker, thank you for the super chat. I have a phone now. Don't worry, I have a phone now, a smartphone now. Thinking of Final Fantasy XIV incidents. No, not really. If anything, I'd have been wronged. I think I told the story before, but there was a person on my server, on my main. I crafted some pants. They were like best in slot pants for casters at the time. At least for Black Mage at the time. And I put the pants up for sale. It was like for 900k or something. Somebody bought the pants, only to resell the pants for a higher price. They were a scalper. And they used my pants, my crafted pants, in order to scalp. And I was very angry about that. I was very, very angry about that. Yeah, my flip phone was a Motorola. Pretty sure it was a Motorola. But yeah, I personally have never done anything in Final Fantasy XIV that would be dubious. People have only wronged me, not the other way around. Let me see, I can't really think of any additional stories now that the neighbors are quiet. Yeah, I think that is all I have. I didn't steal a house from anybody, no. No, I don't think anytime I'm absolutely 100% wrong. Any stories of people wronging me? Of course! I have mountains of stories like that! Anytime I was 100% right. mountain of stories like that too. What's old guy down the stairs? I didn't push anybody down the stairs. Ah, you may not have time for this. This is only supposed to go on for like 2-hour stream. Because I did not want to overlap with... I believe Nana is streaming in like 10 minutes. So I did not want to overlap with her stream. I try to be considerate. Because this was... I was supposed to have this stream at my usual stream time today. But then... I am somehow now part of a collab. Last minute. So yeah, the collab is in 3 hours from now. We'll be playing Phasmophobia. So yeah. If I were streaming at my usual time, then we could probably go on for a little more. But we shall save the more stories for another day. Yeah, plus I have to eat. I have to eat. Because the collab stream is like 2 hours earlier than my usual stream time, I have to eat. It's a baby game. Yeah. I don't know anything about it. I'm having the pork chops that I took a photo of yesterday. I'm having that. It's pork chops with peppers and onions and rice. I'm sure I'll be fine. Why didn't we cook something edible? It is edible. It is edible. Please. It's edible. It's fine as it is. Oh, it's a guessing game? Really? No, the actual official horror game is next month. For the spoopy month of October. I'm eating the same thing as yesterday. It's already cooked. When I cook, every other day. Okay? So I cook enough for 2 days, for 2 portions. So it's enough for 2 people. But I am a single person. So I eat 1 portion today, the other portion the next day. So I only cook every other day. So I do not have to cook again until tomorrow. Okay, I just like my food well done, okay? I want to make sure it's cooked properly all the way. I did not burn it! It's just well done! It's pork! You can't eat like pork undercooked, right? It'll get you sick. Why not prep for the week? No, because I don't wanna cook the food and now the leftovers has been sitting there for like 5 days. So I cook every other day, so it's fresh. Okay. We will wrap it up here. So now I'm gonna go and eat and get ready for the collab stream. And then I have to make the schedule for next week. Next week is treadmill stream. Yeah, next week. Be prepared for that. So yeah, it's gonna be like a short stream though, because I don't have any stamina. What do half vampires eat? Regular human food. Okay. Now, is that 2 minutes of treadmill? I'm gonna try to last for like at least 20 minutes. No, I do not eat people. No. I have a venti-sized cup of blood twice a week that my mother gets for me. I don't want to be buff. I don't want muscles. Anyways, no, it's not an electric treadmill. It's manual. Yes, it's a short treadmill stream. But okay, drinking blood is different from eating people. But yes, I will try my hardest to run on the treadmill for 20 minutes. It'll be like a very short stream, like a 30-minute stream. But for a good laugh, you'll hear me die. I don't eat people! Anyways, that's next week. And then I'll be off for like, no streams for like 4 days, 4 or 5 days. In that time, I'm considering doing a gorilla stream where it's just me rolling on that new water girl in Genshin Impact. Just cause. So, it'll probably be a gorilla stream during that time. But other than that, I'll be taking like 4 or 5 days off. Starting October 1st. That being said, I will go and eat now and go prep for the collab stream, which is in 3 hours from now. Be there! Be there! 3 hours from now, Phasmophobia! Okay. With that, I'll wish you a good day, a good night, a good morning, a good day, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. Please stay